This is electric classic cars. They take icons and make them electric. Like this Land Rover Defender with a Tesla-powered drive unit. Seriously fast. Let's see what this is all about.
World's fastest Land Rover Defender.
Perfect.
You prepared? You brought some spare pants? Let's go.
Let's go. Is that the one that was on Top Gear?
Yeah. This is a car I converted with my son.
Yep.
So I did the restoration over the Christmas and New Year sort of like period and put it together like a Meccano kit. So it's special a little bit because we did that. It's also been our family car and some of the others for a few years as well. But and we've gone to Spain off-roading in it and had some adventures in it, like you should with a Land Rover Defender.
Yeah.
But Top Gear phoned us up, a while back when Paddy McGuinness and all the others were the presenters, and wanted to do a feature on electric converted classics. So they had an Everati Porsche 911 down there. Mm-hmm. They had my Land Rover. They had a Beetle down there, the silver one, which is not here today. And they were going to do like a drag race as they do. And Flintoff had the flu. So he was going to be in my Beetle, which would have won, hands down. That thing's insane. And then I think Chris Harris was going to be in the Everati Porsche because Chris loves his Porsches. And Paddy was going to be in this. Mm-hmm. But, so Flintoff didn't turn up because he had the flu, so it was just basically between the Land Rover and the Everati Porsche 911. And I knew the Everati Porsche 911 had a Tesla LDU in it, same motor that's in this, and I thought, we might struggle to win here, boys. Mm-hmm. Long story short, Paddy set off like a scolded cat in this from the off, just blitzed all the other cars, took off. He was, if you watch the YouTube episode we did of it, or just search it out online, Paddy McGuinness or Top Gear Electric Land Rover or whatever, he was literally like, oh my God, like that. And then Chris Harris is going, oh, I've just been done by an electric Land Rover, and he just watches it go off into the distance. So there's a lot of emotional attachment to have to this Land Rover. It's a lot of fun.
Shall we see how quick it is?
Yeah, go on then.
Come on then, let's go.
Doesn't take me much to persuade that, does it? So around about this time of year, I normally take the roof off and put the bikini top on. Yep. So it's literally, I've only just put seatbelts in it. Because it had lap belts in before, like that. And I forgot, somebody came to film once and they wouldn't come out of it because of it not having proper seatbelts. And I thought, you would.
Grow up.
I know. But, so to switch it on, it's as simple as that. Yep. And that's it. There's no, like, oh, why is it not starting? Oh. So that's it. And you just put your foot down and away you go. So it's the world's most reliable Land Rover as well, because it's electric, but also it's a bit nippy. Make sure it's in forward, always important when you go and put your foot down. Right, are you ready?
Yes.
No, you're not really, are you?
No.
Are you ready in the back?
Good.
All good, he says. He's bricking it in the back. Right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Not what a Land Rover Defender should do.
No.
On the outside, this looks like a farm Land Rover.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I don't clean it out that often. But from the outside, it's got a canvas top. It's got a bit of mud on it. It's green. But at any one time, if you want to overtake someone, you just put your foot down, and all hell breaks loose.
Wow. What's the power of it?
600 horsepower. So it's 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds.
Crikey.
And annoyingly, Matt Watson from CarWow got the fastest 0 to 60
Oh, really?
Faster than me. So I've still not managed to get faster than, actually it's 3.2 seconds he got. And fastest I've got out of it is 3.4 seconds.
This is down the rounds then on the celebrity circuit.
Yeah, a number of people have driven it back in the day, but I mean, it's not a show car.
No.
Well, it's still nice, if you know what I mean, but...
Do you use it daily to come to work?
Yeah. Can you not see? it's dirty in here and it's dusty, and I go off-roading on it as well. So I went between Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
We went for two days wild camping in it.
Oh, lovely.
All around mid Wales. But so it goes through rivers, it goes through mud, it goes on tarmac, does drag racing, and all this is regen. So that's not me on the brakes. This is regenerative braking, slowing down. I haven't touched the brake pedal. I haven't touched it. So I like to have one pedal driving with my cars. But this is rough and raw, because there's no sound deadening in it. There's no carpets. I haven't even got rubber mats. Literally, I've just got some wood slats, so that whenever I need to wash the car out, I can wash the car out outside and inside with a pressure washer, and keeps it all nice and easy to manage then.
It's really smooth, the power delivery.
Yeah. I mean, this is a little bit noisier than the other ones we do, because I put straight cut gears in to cope with the power.
Yeah.
And I've got no noise deadening, no carpets, nothing in it. If I took you out in one of the more luxurious ones, like the Abu Dhabi ones, it's silent and it's lovely. You don't hear the tyres, nothing. Right, you ready?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep. Very sure. Oh, it's great. And when people say electric cars are boring,
oh, they need to come out for a spin in some of my cars.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's none of my cars are boring, let's say.
No.
To see the full electric classic cars factory tour, check the link in the description.